We have some we have some amazing questions we're going to be answering as it relates to relationships, kind of how we are going to allow God to navigate us. This first question is actually a two-part question. So I'm going to read the first part of it. I'll answer that and we'll go to the second part. So the question is, how much am I supposed to do in finding my partner? Or how much does God do in helping find a partner? I love that question. What I love most about it is because it gives both us an opportunity and God an opportunity to work in partnership. So if we look at even the life of Adam and Eve, we saw something interesting. We saw God create Adam for Eve, Eve for Adam. He presented them together, but he never told them why they were there. And so he left it up to Adam to choose Eve and Eve to accept Adam's choosing. And so what we see here is God is allowing us to be free will agents. So you have a right to choose whoever you want to. However, we want to be led by the Spirit. There is a type of man or a type of woman God would desire for you. And so when we exclude him from the process, we really set ourselves up for failure. So we choose, but we are led by the Spirit of God. And so he will, much like he did for Adam, he will present someone to you. It's up to you to choose who you select. But he has he desires to be involved in every way. All right. So the second part of this question is, this is my situation, and it's worded a little differently. So I'm going to read it and kind of put my own spin on what she's asking. This is my situation. I fell in love with this guy. He's good to me. And he is the best, not in terms of material. He isn't very stable, but his thinking and reasoning are pretty open-minded. All of a sudden, he stopped giving me attention and broke up with me. From there, or from that time, I don't know whether I have to leave forever or should I still be making an effort. Right now, he's ready to get back with me if I give him a chance. Not sure what to do. She says, what step to take, rather. It's been a year since we broke up, and he was the first one I ever believed that I can be with. Please help. So there are a few things I want to highly recommend as it relates to this question. The first thing is you want to keep your expectations to a bare minimum. It sounds like you have given your heart or you've availed yourself to a certain degree, and you were let down. And so as a result, the Bible tells us to guard our heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. And so you are responsible for your own heart, your own well-being. So you want to keep your expectations to a minimum. The second thing I suggest is that you allow him to lead out. Don't you take the lead, because when you take the lead, you are now responsible for if you start it, there's a high probability you're going to have to lead it. And so you want to take a step back and let him take the lead in the situation. And again, we're not going to give too many expectations up front. The third thing I would suggest on this one is you want to define the relationship at every stage. DTR, define the relationship. So you want to be having conversations at every level. You want to make sure that you have an open line of communication for you to say, hey, here's how I'm feeling. Here's what I desire. Here's where I would like to be. And I want you to allow him to have the same platform to express, but you want to be listening for vision. Does he have a vision for where he's leading you? Does he have a vision for the relationship? Does he have a vision for how he's going to serve you in the future? All right. So you want to DTR. You always want to define the relationship. And finally, you need to know and articulate your deal breakers. What is it that you will and will not accept? If you don't know what you will and will not accept, you'll accept anything. And so you need to know what your deal breakers are so that you can articulate that, and you need to express those to him. Now, what I love about this situation is because you have had a breach in communication and a breach in the relationship, you are now on even playing field, and you can now bargain your way into what you really desire. And if it is not what you want, you do not have to settle. All right?